Gautama didn't care about the origin of mankind, the creator God. However, if you want to understand your purpose, you need to look at your origin. So for him to not care about the origin means he wasn't going to find his purpose. But of course, he invented his own purpose. So the so-called Buddha murdered millions of innocent microbes. So he did not really care about peace and harmony and compassion. He was a hypocrite and he was a fraud. So then I said, so I argued with Buddhists and some other atheists, whatever. And you can see that he runs away from my argument. My argument is non-desire being desired. That's a contradiction. So he's wrong. Therefore, Buddhism is wrong. That proves it's wrong. It speaks itself. He ignores my argument because he's a coward, a liar, a loser, a sword user, and evil. This is what the Buddhist is. He doesn't care about the truth. He's a fraud. He's not a pseudo-intellectual, pseudo-wise guy. He said, I'd like to remind you, bro, animals can feel too. Humans and animals are alike. And as for burning microbes with gut acid, that's hilarious. They are born as microbes to spend their sins done in the past lives. They have to go through it until they're finished. Pay for their sins. We don't care about them. We have no compassion. That's what he told me. But there are many problems with the reincarnation doctrines. I've already elaborated in my videos exposing the kind of Hinduism. But to reiterate, reincarnation implies that the animals in your stomach that you're killing could be your ancestors. Do you want to kill your ancestors? You say they deserve to die. How do you know? You're pulling that out of your butt or someone else's butt. That's circular reasoning. You're illogical. You have not proven reincarnation. Oh, but I had a dream where I was a frog. That doesn't count. That's subjectivity. You need objectivity, such as desire equals desire, non-desire. That's objectively a contradiction. Like, one thing to not one, that's a contradiction. Or trying to see without seeing, that doesn't make sense. That's what it is. And so this guy shows no compassion for microbes. He shows how much of a hypocrite he is. He doesn't care about millions and billions of animals. He doesn't care. He's cruel. And that means he's not really compassionate. He's a fraud. Moving on. He's like, I see your private issues, referring to when I said that I married a Buddhist and she was a bitch, who was always lying. He had people smoking in my baby. The culture is disgusting. I was the only one defending my baby from the Buddhist smokers. See, the Buddhist smokers. So they get to desire to smoke. Gautama, the so-called Buddha, gets to desire to have hygiene. It's still desire. None of them have abandoned desire. So none of them have been freed from suffering, which comes from desires unfulfilled. There's still risk in that, which means they're not really free. So he was not enlightened. There has never been an enlightened Buddhist. They're all in the darkness, and they all are darkness. So things are done in their past lives. You see, the thing about reincarnation also is it justifies oppression. So if you're born poor, you deserve it. You deserve it. You must have deserved it. That's evil. Aren't Buddhists supposed to be compassionate? I've seen an Indian movie, I want to find, where the Indian guy goes to a monastery and the monks help him. Why? Because they're compassionate. There is some good in them, yes, but they're still deceived. Even the Nazis had good ones. You know, they wanted to preserve their race. That's a good goal. They just went about the wrong method. And so You're supposed to be compassionate, but they don't care. So this guy justifies oppression. It's like the Hindus of a high caste. They don't care about the low caste. They're like, oh, they must have deserved it because they reincarnated as a poor person into misery because of bad karma in a previous life. Bullshit, prove it. You're slandering the poor. You're evil. That's Buddhism, and that's Hinduism. So how can the religion be good when it's so oppressive? When it slanders millions of people, and it justifies murdering animals and saying it's alright. However, if man is made in the image of God, then we are objectively superior to the microbes. Therefore, our health, by killing the microbes in our stomach, which until some good microbes that can harm us, but no, this isn't perfect. You're going to say it's God's fault. No. No, God cursed the world with imperfections because man stole from God. That's why the world is cursed. But Buddhism can't explain why the world is cursed. They're just like, well, it just is. It's obviously cursed, but, that's just the way it is. There's not an explanation. You don't have the answer. You are in ignorance and you are darkness. You're in the dark. As for why man is unique among all creatures, see my videos proving that belief in aliens is stupid. I think I did 2 videos on that. Man is unique in the cosmos. And Buddhists can't explain this. Why are only humans Buddhists? Why are no monkeys Buddhists? Why are no monkeys Hindus? Why are humans so unique? You can't explain that, but the Bible does. So you are inferior in explanatory power. You have inferior religions. Your religions justify oppression, as I've already covered. Your religions are darkness and blindness and pseudo-wisdom. You don't have wisdom. You are in that. Moving on. It's like driven you to hate other non-related people. Well, actually, I don't hate Buddhists just because they're Buddhists. I feel bad for them. I'm trying to help them. That's what I'm doing right now. Of course, you can't help someone if they refuse to see there's a problem. Because of their pride that blinds them. Buddhism. They're still attached to their ego. That is the problem. It's like, I feel sorry for you, but see, Buddhists are way nicer people. Look how holier than thou he is. Now, I'm not holier than thou, because I'll be the first to tell you that I have been a piece of shit in my life. I married a Buddhist. That was the biggest sin of my life. God says, do not marry a pagan, but I did it anyway. I married an atheist. I married the lowest of the low. You think the genocide against microbes is hilarious. What a great lack of compassion you have, grasshopper. There's much self-discovery for you to make before you even get close to being able to kiss Buddha's shadow, so-called. He's like, you're trying to justify anything. We kill them, they must have deserved it. That's very immoral. This is how the Buddhist thinks. He said it. He said it himself. So he says I'm being rude. And he says I'm in the dark. You can't prove this. And rude how? Rude how? How am I being rude? By saying that people were rude to me? Oh, so I'm rude. So if a Muslim kills your relative, you can't say that Muslim was bad? Because your relative stopped following Islam, so the Muslim killed them because the Quran says to kill them if they stop being Muslim? No, exposing evil is good. I'm doing good by exposing the Buddhists who scammed me because they worship money. That's their God. Again, more of their lies. He says, I don't know what true Buddhism is. He pulls that out of his ass. He has no proof whatsoever. He's a snake. And you know what? The snake is a symbol in Buddhism because it's based on Hinduism. Now, why did communism have so much success in Eastern Asia? It's because Buddha paved the way for communism. Because he taught people to be atheists, basically. Don't care about God. Focus on me. Follow me and my pseudo-intellectual way. It was all about himself. It was a fraud. If you were truly enlightened, you wouldn't be in public meditating. Look at how spiritual I am, everyone. Look at how holier than thou I am. No, he would go to a cave or to his own room and lock the door and then meditate. Why does he have to show off? Why is he so egotistic?